That moment, right after a car accident. It's sudden, chaotic, your head's spinning, adrenaline's pumping, and you're just not sure what to do first. Today, we're diving deep into exactly that. The essential steps to take immediately after an accident. We want to cut through that confusion, give you clear, actionable steps for your safety, peace of mind, and importantly, to lay the groundwork for whatever comes next.
Absolutely. It's such a high-stress situation, isn't it? Having a clear plan, knowing what to do step by step, it's not just about safety in that moment. It's really about setting yourself up correctly for the insurance process, potential legal issues, everything that follows.
Right. And step one, the absolute top priority has got to be safety. Checking yourself, checking others involved for injuries. We often think about obvious cuts or broken bones, but you mentioned hidden injuries. What should people really be aware of there, even if they feel okay initially?
That's so critical because adrenaline is, well, it's incredibly effective at masking pain. Things like whiplash, maybe a concussion, even some internal bruising. These often don't show symptoms for hours or sometimes even days.
Wow, days later.
Yes. So, first things first, is the scene safe? If you're in moving traffic, get somewhere safer if you can. Side of the road, a nearby parking lot. Put your hazard lights on. Use flares or triangles if you have them. Then, call emergency services, 911.
Even for what seems like a minor fender bender.
I strongly recommend it. Look, let the paramedics check everyone out. They're trained to spot things you might miss. Getting that professional assessment early catches those hidden injuries. Plus, it creates an official record right from the start. Not calling could really hurt you later if an injury pops up.
Okay, that makes sense. Safety first. Call for help. Once that immediate danger and medical need is handled, then it's about gathering information, right? Documenting the scene. People get overwhelmed here. What's the essential info beyond just swapping names and insurance cards? Anything people often forget?
Good question. Contact details, drivers, passengers, definitely. Insurance info from the other drivers, policy number, company name. But don't stop there. Witnesses. Get their names and contact info if you can. Their perspective can be invaluable.
Witnesses, right. Good one.
And photos. Take lots of photos. Your phone is your best friend here.
What specifically should you photograph?
Everything. The damage to all vehicles, obviously. Close-ups and wider shots showing context. License plates. But also, photograph any visible injuries you or passengers have. Street signs, traffic signals, the road conditions, skid marks, debris, weather conditions even. These photos create a visual record that can be incredibly helpful later for insurance adjusters or lawyers trying to reconstruct what happened.
So it paints a picture, essentially.
Exactly. And if the police come, get the officer's name, badge number, and crucially, the police report number. Ask when and where you can get a copy. That report is a neutral third-party account. Very important. If they don't file one for a minor incident, make a note of that too.
Okay, so safety handled, information gathered. What's next? We touched on hidden injuries.
Yeah.
Seeking medical attention even if you feel okay.
Yes, absolutely. This is crucial, even if the paramedics checked you at the scene and you felt fine then.
Why is it so important if you feel okay?
Because, as we said, some serious issues like whiplash, soft tissue injuries, maybe even a concussion, they might not manifest for a day or two. Seeing your own doctor or going to an urgent care or ER soon after establishes a record. Tell the doctor everything you're feeling, even minor aches or stiffness. Don't downplay anything.
Be thorough.
Extremely thorough. And keep all the paperwork. Doctor's notes, bills, prescriptions, appointment records. This creates that vital paper trail. It directly links your medical treatment back to the accident, which is essential if you need to make an injury claim later.
Right, that documentation seems key. Okay, so you've handled the immediate aftermath, you're getting medical care.
Yeah.
Now we enter what can feel like, well, a bit of a minefield.
Yeah.
Insurance and legal stuff. Here's where it gets really interesting. You need to notify your insurance company, but I've heard conflicting things about what you should say initially.
Right. You absolutely need to report the accident to your insurance company promptly. Your policy requires it. However, and this is a big however, stick to the basic facts initially. Who was involved, when, where. Critically, avoid giving a detailed recorded statement about how the accident happened or the extent of your injuries before you've spoken to an attorney.
Why is that so important?
Because insurance adjusters, even your own companies, are looking to minimize payouts. An early statement, maybe when you're still shaken up or unsure about injuries, could be misinterpreted or used against you later. It's really advisable to consult with an attorney who specializes in car accidents. They can protect your rights.
So get a lawyer involved early.
It can be very beneficial. You know the deadlines, the statute of limitations. They can advise you on any statements, review settlement offers, and basically ensure your interests are properly represented throughout the whole claims process.
Okay, so it's about navigating that carefully with professional guidance. Makes sense. So, wrapping this up, it seems like taking these proactive steps, prioritize safety, gather all that info meticulously, get prompt and thorough medical care, and then navigate the insurance and legal side carefully, ideally with advice. That really empowers you to manage the chaos after an accident, gives you peace of mind, and sets you up for the best possible recovery, physically and legally.
Precisely. You're taking control of a situation that feels very out of control at first. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think beyond car accidents, this idea of having a clear step-by-step plan for sudden, stressful events. How could developing that kind of proactive approach in other areas of your life, maybe job loss or a health scare, lead to that same sense of control, peace, and maybe even better outcomes when facing life's unexpected challenges? Something to think about.